God damn, it's cold out here. What am I doing out here? This is Aaron Smith Can't Lose. Very abbreviated version. We'll get to what we get to, and that is that. Because I am getting the fuck out of here. It is cold as shit. I am light-skinned. We light-skinned black people do not like the cold. Just letting you people know. And we will be just doing what we got to do. We got Ron Barba. He'll be right back. He'll be taking that phone call right quick. And we have Joan Reinmuth.
That's it.
Okay, I didn't want to get... I'm really bad with names, so please forgive me if I got it wrong.
And it's high in the low 80s somewhere else.
Not here.
Not here.
Many longitudes away.
Well, if hell froze over, it's right here in New York City. And we have another friend. Hello. Is this, what's her name again?
Lauren.
Lauren. Hello, Lauren. Please forgive me and my business. We're going to have a seat and, we're going to get a time. So, we're going to get right into it. It is cold. It's freezing.
Oh.
And, we have the government is open again. We don't know for how long. We'll put it from there. So we're going to just go around the table and just introduce one to each other and just go from there. Oh, I know you guys already, but, the audience may not know you. Ron's been to the show before, but it was going to start with Joan. Tell us a little about yourself and what do you do? I know you're a comic, and I met you at a couple of shows. It was kind of cool.
High in the low 80s is also my age, as well as
You don't look a day over 40, but okay.
Right. That's because I practice the Jamaican bobsled diet.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask what it is.
Well, at least you didn't do the Dick Clark diet.
Yeah. No, I managed to miss that.
Yeah.
But I will tell you about the Dick Clark diet, and nevertheless. I do remember.
I remember when I was younger, we watched the, the New Year's Eve, and he would never change. It'd be like every year he looked the same. I'm like, he sold his soul years ago. Like, this is ridiculous. And then then the last year, like a couple of years after, before he passed, he had the whole Darth Vader thing going. I'm like, yeah, it's time for you to hang it up, buddy. God rest.
See, I remember
God
him
rest his soul, though. Like Dick Clark, that show's not the same anymore.
Teen Bandstand, and I was a teenager then.
Wow.
But Right.
He is the greatest quote in entertainment, and I can't remember who he said it to, but the person was explaining that he came on set somewhere, and they had gotten a conversation of how much money he was making for the shoot he was doing, and it was some low number, and Clark grabbed him and said, "You better know your worth in this business, and you better ask for it." That was Dick Clark saying that to I can't remember who the actor is. Google it. I'm good at giving you half. I'll give you half the answer, and then you Google the rest.
We'll take a break and we'll Google that. But one thing is, I get these daily facts on my phone from Google. And does anybody know that was not the original name for the search engine? No. Did anybody know that? Neither did I. Do you? Okay, so do you know what the original name that was going to go for? Close. Back rub.
That's a porn.
Maybe that makes sense.
Exactly, and that's why they probably didn't do it, because you imagine people like, oh, just back rub it. Really? Especially in this era? I don't think so. But I get all these crazy facts from Google. Basically, her Alexa's retarded sister, Alicia. I use her because I can't afford Alexa. And she gets the facts right. Like, she may be like 5 or 10 years off, but she gets it close to the point. And eventually, you guys have to go and borrow Alexa's thing. So, what's on everybody's mind? Like I said,
the Phantom of the Opera music.
Phantom of the Opera.
It's like a rap to the Phantom of the Opera.
I use this beat all the time. It's pretty.
I like it.
It's kind of,
I just wanna hear
not
him
too
sing.
hard, not too rough, not too stuck like that. Kind of in the middle. That's what she said. But anyway.
Did I introduce myself? It was a disembodied voice. Hello.
Well, you just bring yourself into the conversation, sweetheart. So.
Okay.
My
name is Lauren.
Okay.
LoGiudice.
Awesome.
Say that last name again.
LoGiudice.
What a name, folks.
It is. People are afraid to say it because they're afraid to say Jew.
In New York?
They ain't afraid to say the N-word, but okay. That's like rolls off the tongue with everybody nowadays.
Yeah, well, I guess it's whoever
especially
can give them a job.
Especially in closed doors at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But next question.
Yeah.
So, what exactly do you Are you a comic as well?
Yes, I am.
Big
I'm
one.
an actor, comedian, and character chameleon. Oh, and my drink just
careful,
just
don't get
decided
electrocuted.
to
Don't get electrocuted.
to spill all over the
Alright.
table. That's
Here it is.
exciting.
All right.
It's headed my way,
What am
guys.
I? I'm a series
Well,
of
all right.
unfortunate events.
So we're gonna
and,
take a quick break. We're gonna clean this up, and
Yeah.
we'll be right back. We're gonna get it together. We're a little high. We're a little fucked up. We'll be all right. You know, we're gonna drink a little
All the
water and
fun
all that stuff like
happened
that.
before I got here.
And we'll check it out. This is Aaron Smith Can't Lose on the FLO Empire Network. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. Technical difficulties is all good.
Sorry.
It's all right. Shit happens. Well, we didn't die, so we're all right. You know, nothing exploded, so it's all good.
And now the table's really clean.
Yes,
That's why you called us in here.
it's you know, it's drier than the air outside. I tell you that much. You know, ever notice how it gets really cold and then like you know it's real hard to breathe? Like I can't do it with that. Like I can't really I stay inside. I can't do this. Like we light skinned black people, we just can't do it. I kind of give it to the black dark skinned brothers, even though you know kind of crack in the winter. Get some Vaseline or you know castor oil. I don't know, whatever have you. I don't really know a lot of dark skinned black brothers. I like Wesley Snipes though.
My fingers change color in the like right now. This one is
Blue.
The
That
first
one is blue.
Yeah, it's about to get blue. It takes a really long time for somehow the capillaries to change or whatever. But I'm the first
Go
person
like
who's gonna
this.
get frostbite.
It's how
yeah.
you get warm. Go like this.
I'm gonna get.
Little Reynards.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. My mom always just called it Lauren wakes up and her lips are blue.
That's
Like,
right.
is she
But
dead?
she's breathing.
Is she dead? Did you
Yeah.
like poke you with a stick or anything like
She's
that?
breathing.
It's like, oh my god.
Put a mirror under your nose,
Yeah.
see if you're
She
still
put
breathing.
the oven on because she was afraid he wasn't warm enough in the house. I was like, no, just capillaries.
I dig it. So what's on everybody's mind tonight? We're going to start off with
The open government and the need for the wall, which the drug cartel has just testified in Brooklyn. Did you hear them?
No.
They brought in 22,000 keys through legal entry ports. They're like a wall. Are you guys kidding?
They always
They-
have. They're very
The
resourceful,
wall
and
is
God
where
bless
El
them as well
Capo
for that.
is. He is the wall. 22,000 keys. That's a lot.
I wonder what the street value is on that.
I just saw.
Gotta Google that. Back rub it.
It was 34,000 for a key in 1980 something.
All right, so it's got to be a little bit more than that's almost 30 years now.
Yeah. I just saw that show 7 to 7-5. I think it's called. It's about the 75th precinct in Brooklyn back in the 80s. These corrupt cops. Unbelievable documentary, and that's where I saw that thing. Just saw
Kind of like
some
some Serpico shit, right?
What's that?
Kind of like some Serpico shit.
Exactly. That's exactly. But I had no idea. I was just flipping around Netflix, because there's so many bad movies, and I'm digging the documentaries. And this one was just the best one. 7 to 5. I think it's called.
The problem with Netflix is that everything I've seen, like why am I going to pay $8 a month for something that I can watch on regular TV? I mean, they got good series and stuff like that, but other than that, it's like no, I'm good. So, Ron, what's going on with you tonight, babe?
Just happy to be here. Thanks again for having me on the show. I'm doing stand-up comedy.
Anytime.
I'm going to be headlining your show in
Yes,
a month,
sir.
March 8th at the
Funny
Broadway
Underground Comedy
Club.
Crew is returning March 8th. Someone finally convinced me to do this again. I don't know. I must have been really fucked up that night. But anyway.
Where were they all shouted?
Broadway.
Mostly in my ear.
Oh.
I didn't really like that. But, it's okay. That's what she said. So anyway.
So I'm out hitting open mics again, and I was going to go with Lauren the other night. I just had something. Did you do the mic that night?
I did.
Yeah.
I
So
did.
going back to open mics, bombing in front of comedians again. It's very humbling.
Feels great, doesn't it?
Finding my stuff. Yeah. It's funny because I do a lot of. I think I told them last time I do a lot of dinner theater, so I'm used to going up and doing jokes and not getting responses. So at least when you're used to it. It's a lot easier, but still, to go for 4 minutes when people don't like you, they don't like your stuff. It's humbling, but for me, it's the only way to go to get better at it.
Yeah, I mean, you're there for yourself anyway to get better. And,
Yeah.
Test your stuff out. You've been out for a while, so
Totally.
And fuck those guys. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. Because they do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so popular here. So, but it is what it is. Lauren, what's going on? Well, how's your night going?
It's going well. Ron and I dropped a little interview. He interviewed me, and I did some Melania Trump rap.
So good. Got like 500 views in the first 5 hours. Couple people saying this thing should go viral, and it was all Lauren. I did a little couple things here and there, but Lauren's got this great Melania Trump impression and rap, which if we're
Really?
lucky to get tonight. It was so good.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
I am too because
I didn't think she could rap a gift, but all right.
I got a-
maybe.
I wrap Trump around my finger. I try.
I got a little
Well, I'm pretty
Leonard
sure.
Cohen Trump look-alike. We could do some of that. And Melania, who didn't need the wall because she came in on the Einstein visa, the genius visa. You got to have something pretty marvelous with you. You got to give this woman a break. She thought she was.
I heard she has great verbal skills and takes dictation very well.
Excuse me, I nabbed a billionaire. That makes genius.
Oh, you are a genius.
I did what every woman in New York City wants to do, okay?
Yeah, registered for college, turned out to be collagen. Give her a break. And she got her new cosmetic line, you know it?
Collagen. Good collagen.
Yes, it's called Undercover Girl. You use it ever? No, it's a deluxe beauty product.
Her skincare line never came out, right?
That's it, Undercover Girl.
Yeah, let's be surprised because of lawsuits.
Very
un-Trump-like.
Yeah, it comes with the cover-up, the erase, and the concealer, her signature. Or their husband with his lip balm. Can we say frigid? What can we say?
I guess there was collusion with Max Lauer or something. I don't know.
It comes with the erase the facts.
That's right. And the cover-up and concealer.
You never seen nothing. Trump really probably wish he had one of those things from Men in Black that erased everybody's memory. Shit, I could use one of those.
Yeah.
You never married me.
And just in time for Valentine's, she's revealing the new color lipstick called Impeach.
Right?
Guaranteed to get under Trump's skin. Woo.
What?
But be careful what you wish for, because there's Mike Pence. He's already making notes for Netflix, wants it to be changed to the Born Again identity.
I'm waiting for his book.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming with a book now. Like, I saw Chris Christie on Colbert last night, and he just came out with a book. And then there was another one on his aides. It seems like if you get hired for Trump, you get unemployment and a book deal. I'm about to get my resume ready. Like, seriously. Like, we could work this out, buddy. We got to agree or disagree, stuff. I would love to be his press secretary. I mean, Uncle Fester. I mean, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Is she's okay and everything. She got the, I could have written worse. Because I'm trying to tone things down, trying to be a little nicer now. But I kind of think that she kind of reminds me of. Do you remember the Goonies?
I didn't see it.
Okay, you know that. Hey, you guys! Don't you kind of look like they might be brother and sister? Just a little bit. That the ogre, whatever guy's name is, kind of looks like him a little bit.
She does have the ogre form.
Yeah,
But when I see every time I see Mike Pence, I always think like, oh my God, did I see him get fucked up the ass in the back of the Tunnel nightclub?
It's possible.
Sure.
Doesn't he? Like
He looks like one of those closets,
right,
just a little bit.
He looks like one of those like professional guys who sneak into the tunnel.
One of those sadists that's like really into it too.
Action, get dragged.
He probably listened to Judas Priest, which would kind of be ironic since he's a Christian. But
they want to change. He's already wanting to change the Netflix. Wants to change it to Parks and Procreation.
Listen, I don't trust anybody from Indiana. Their ass backwards back there.
Yep. I was in a casino once in Indiana, and because I'm a gambler and I have a problem, and this.
We're working on it.
Just one guy was so racist to me about black people, but he didn't even know me.
Right.
And he was dropping N-bombs to me as if we had been friends for a long time or something, the way he was talking about it. I'm like, you don't know who I am saying this. It was just, I was like wow.
He just didn't care.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's just what you just said, like these people, you can't trust them.
Well, the problem is that, with Trump basically being, in the spotlight, he's always been this way. But the thing is that since he's live in HD, everybody else thinks it's cool, and it's not the way to go because Trump has money and he has really good lawyers. Well, except for Giuliani, we'll get to there. But a regular Joe, they say that to the common African American, they're bound to get hands and feet put on them just a little bit.
I saw in New York this summer. The guy said there was a black guy with a white woman, and there were two, and I just came upon it, and there were two kind of bummy white guys, and obviously he had called them the N-word, and this guy, the black guy, he was on a date. He came up to the guy, and he was a big guy, and I'm like, number one, I don't care. The size difference, he was about to just knock this guy out. And I was right there, I'm like, buddy, don't do it. It's not worth it. He's not worth it. It was just some idiot white guy, but he's still in the middle of the city and N-bombed him. And the guy was restrained. He was restrained because he wanted to kill him. But he stopped. But he was on a date, and it was so rude. But I was surprised. I'm like, you know what he did? He scared the guy so much that when he came over to hit him, the guy went, he panicked, and that was enough to make it. But the fact that he didn't follow through was amazing to me because it was in that heat. I'm like, oh, he's gonna just go off, and he didn't.
Well, most of these guys that talk this crap are chicken shit and probably can't fight anyway.
Of course.
So they pull the okie doke, whereas they say say the N word. Me personally, I've heard it so much. Shoot, if basically growing up around a bunch of black people my whole life, it's pretty much second nature. It's like banana, so it really doesn't bother me. And all rap music and all that I listen to, but it's like,
but it's different black to black.
It's it's really a tired word. It's like, you can't come up with something more original.
Right.
Totally. Like stuff like that. But,
is it still out there? Is it still in rap and stuff? Is it still
not as much as I think, because I don't listen to the new rap. I think it's garbage. All this, it's just trap music and all these rappers in dresses. I can't deal with that. I'm good.
Rappers in dresses.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I think it's Little Uzi Vert. I'm not too tired like that. And
gotta get a gimmick.
He was in a wedding dress, and he had his friends with him, and he had this this guy, one of his friends had an Uzi in his mouth. I'm like,
wow.
This some HBO shit. I can't do this. This is some after 1 o'clock stuff. I'm good, but to each their own. I just think that word is just tired.
I pulled a white guy off, and nobody expects that from a little old lady. But I really feel obligated as a white person to not allow a white person to get away with that in front of me. And I went right up to him and pulled him by his coat.
Right.
And it is true, I told him to take a nap. But
somebody might want to put him out in a permanent one, keep it tight in that.
Right. No one's going to slug an old lady.
Of course not, no.
So I feel like...
It's kind of, you have to be original, like I said. You know, when the movie Black Panther came out, all the black people started calling all the white ones colonizers. I thought that was hilarious. You know, it's not like it's a bad word, and it's also very kind of, it's pretty much true. So, like, what you gonna say? And then one lady said, "Oh, I'm proud of that." I said, and I'm proud to be a Met fan, but you don't hear me shouting into the hot groups. They look good this year. We'll see. But
did Black Panther win anything? Is it up for anything? In the Academy
it's
Awards?
nominated. I believe it's nominated for a couple of Oscars, and it won a couple of prestigious awards before that. So we'll see. I'm not into the Oscar things, honestly.
Yeah.
Never have been. I think it's kind of boring.
I'm also bored. It's like people just like self-righteous, self-aggrandizing people meet
You know,
together to be.
Why can't y'all just
just do the red carpet, be
do
honest.
the red carpet and shit the
And
ward
then
to their
close it
house,
off.
you know? Like, while I'm watching 4 hours of bullshit.
You know, I opened this newspaper once, and it was like, you know, here are the best red carpet outfits, here are the best quotes, and here's who won. And I was like,
Good
5
night.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's like highlights in
That
sports.
whole show could be done in an hour.
Same thing in sports. You just wake up the next day, watch YouTube for 1 minute of the highlights of the game. You
Pretty
don't need
much.
to watch it for
I
3
get all the
hours.
highlights on my phone, and it's pretty much, you know, the Knicks have the worst record. But anyway,
Stop talking about New York teams. They
I'm
suck.
from New York.
I know.
I love New
live
York.
in the middle of New
I
York.
ride and die with all my New York teams.
Oh my God!
Except for the Yankees.
You're gonna die for a long time, my friend.
Oh yeah, I've been dying since 1986. And I
died when the
I was 3
Dodgers
years
left.
old. I was 3 years old with that.
When did the Dodgers leave?
55, right?
Probably. Probably. I love those unnecessary roughness calls in football. Isn't the whole friggin' game
It get too
unnecessary roughness?
Because, you know, prissy quarterbacks like Tom Brady don't want to get hurt.
Brady's gonna win.
whole
What a
thing is
winner, though!
unnecessary
What a winner! Was he
roughness.
41 and he's gonna win the next Super
Either
Bowl?
way, the refs are going to win.
That's true.
That sounds sexy.
They stay undefeated.
That sounds sexual, don't you think? Unnecessary roughness.
Right.
You need a minute,
That's-
Norin? Just a little bit.
I think football can be sort of that has that homoerotic thing to me.
To each their
Very
own.
true. Very true. Look at the and wrestlers. You know, they get or MMA fighters. They get all
Well,
tight with each other.
I mean, being a
Very physical.
well, MMA is you know, real, and as you know, WWE is choreographed.
True.
So I mean, I guess kind of like the homoerotic thing with the wrestling and the tights and all that stuff, you know, like that stuff like that. I guess, but you know, I like it for the sport, and I used to like it for the storyline and the content, but it's mostly hokey shit now, and you know, they talk too damn much. Like back in the days, the guys said I was gonna kick your ass, and they did it. But now it's like, why should I kick your ass? Which is it, the left or the right cheek I'm going to kick? You know, there's too much shit, so like I can't really do it. So we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk some more shit. And
We want some more Zen wrestling. Why should there be all this thinking, right?
What about your bracelet?
Tell
We gotta
Vince
talk about a
McMahon
bracelet.
that. We're going to talk about her
about it.
bracelet. We're going to talk about all bunch of stuff. So we're going to be back. We're going to take a little break. I got to take a leak. This is Aaron L. Smith. Can't lose. on
Cannot
FLO
lose.
Empire
Except for weight.
Network. I lost 10 pounds.
You look good.
Thank you.
You look good.
And now from our sponsor, Pritikin Diet.
She's a dancer. 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 Got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, gonna spend my money on my money tonight. Hey shorty, how you doing? See you every Friday. Yeah. Watching you move. Damn, you're so sexy. Yeah. Know where the minutes I feel that rub on my leg, draw me in, asking if I'm ready for another dance. These pockets still heavy, so I said let's go. She took me to the top floor, now she giving me a private show. Booty go up and down, said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round, said the hips go round and round. Booty go up and down, said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round, said the hips go round and round. She's a dancer, got me watching you, got me watching you, got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves, got me stuck on how she moves, got me stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, she's a dancer, she's a dancer. Gonna spend my money, gonna spend my money tonight.
We're back.
That's the heading.
So, I mean, like, we were talking about Kevin Hart, during the break. And, how, he's not hosting the Oscars anymore, obviously, for this thing that he said years ago. And I think that's bullshit. But, for him to flip-flop and go back and forth, that's something I don't agree with. Stand your ground.
Exactly.
If that's the case, then they're always going to talk just about you. They're always going to mess with you, and especially in his spotlight. And, him want to be the top guys, you gotta just hold your own. It doesn't matter who's talking crap about you. And I kind of feel bad because I looked up to him a little bit. Now I'm kind of like, a little bit. I kind of lost a little respect for him.
I hear you.
But what we don't listen to, and that's that we want guys to have been brought up in this culture to really be able to see, not just get punished. We really want people returning and evolving a more sensitive understanding that men are cultured this way.
I have no problem with being sensitive and, caring and stuff like that. But, it has to be a balance as well between that and masculinity. I'm not saying you have to have 100% machismo all the time, and I'm also not saying you need to be 100% sensitive as well. It has to be some kind of balance to have things work out that way. Yes, there are jerks out there. Yes, there are guys that do horrible things to females, and that's messed up, and they need to be punished. But that's not every guy.
But there is restorative justice, which is justice, and punishment is not always justice. So, like the example we're talking about, if he has really put himself together since when did he make those remarks? They were like
it was like 6 years ago.
Right,
5, 6.
right,
The one that's
right.
around 16 years ago. Somewhere around there.
Right. I just don't see punishment as the answer.
He lost a couple million in an Oscars gig. I guess that's punishment for him.
It's
I don't know.
crazy. Well, I didn't follow it closely, but was he given a chance to just try to explain, or because don't people change? I mean, don't people?
I don't really think
what I mean?
he needed to, because in this business, and I say that I can say this in my face turns blue and I drop dead. This is comedy. You should not be offended by somebody saying it, especially if they're a comedian. And there's a lot of problems with that. And my thing is that Sarah Silverman said something similar to that, and she's fine. Why is it okay for her when it's not okay for Kevin Hart? That's my problem.
Well, Kathy got really clobbered.
Oh,
and
she's a moron.
Yeah, but
there are
now
so
we're
many
not
double
judging whether
standards.
they're
I love
morons.
Kathy.
Like, I get it. Like, there's a lot of people who don't like Trump, and a lot of comedians that don't like Trump. But for her to go like that, that's a little over the top. That was a bit much.
I was actually disappointed by her. I thought the head looked completely unfake, and I was like, "Girl, get it together!"
Like, she really put some effort into
I saw it, and I was like,
Did she call like Ron Baker and let them make that thing? The guy that did the Star Wars stuff.
I thought it was like subpar. I thought she could have done better, and then everyone freaked out. I was like, why?
And it turns out now mild. It turns out the objection was mild, considering that
Compared to a lot
Trump
of
lived
things.
up to every single bit
Well,
of it.
he also now turned the FBI on her, and then now she has a travel ban. I mean, that's using.
Wow.
Well, he's very petty, as
Yeah.
you can see.
Yeah.
Well, you see what happens when you mess with that guy. Like, he's not He's nasty. He just gets nasty.
Yeah.
He goes lower than you. He goes, how low can you go? I'm going to go lower than you.
King
Yeah.
Petty.
But they still want to mess him. I'm fascinated how people still want to go against this guy.
Because I believe if you know what you're doing and you know how to get to him, he has vulnerabilities,
of course,
as you can see.
as we all do.
And
but why do you want that to come back to you?
People want the fame. People want the money. I guess. I don't know. I really personally, for me, like I said, I'm gonna get my resume ready because I want that book deal, and I wanted that like unemployment check because, like I said, at least you go. I'm gonna work at least 4 months so I can get that check. Just saying.
But
You
I
know.
think now the going against him is the whole internet. This is
Well,
a whole
yes.
planet now.
It's-
yeah.
Like every 5 minutes. Okay, Trump wiped his ass with his left hand, not with his right. I'm offended. Who gives a shit? Like, at the end of the day,
No
he's
pun
here.
intended.
He's president, and he's going to be here until Mueller says so. So, that's just my personal opinion.
And then he's going to pardon himself.
Exactly.
well,
I
let's
don't
hope.
think he-
I
don't think he can, actually.
Let's cross that bridge when we get there, because if he does, that'll be unprecedented, and that would lead into impeachment, I think.
Pardoning yourself. That's
Quite
hilarious.
honestly.
That's the most bizarre thing ever.
You know,
would be
because
amazing.
he has
So
he has like the attributes of a dictator,
Oh yeah.
but he doesn't know how to push it. It was like I said, a lot of people compare him to Hitler. I'm not condoning what Hitler did, but Hitler was very intelligent. He was very
Yeah, that's-
intelligent, and he was very smart, and he knew what he was doing. Trump is like 5 minutes. He's hot and cold, so we don't know what to think. There was like a video that I saw with the late Dick Gregory, the comedian legendary Dick Gregory, that said there were 2 Donald Trumps. He may have a point.
I saw that. Yeah.
I mean,
saw that,
I think he's bipolar. You know?
He's kind of like my little nephew. He's almost 3, and it's like he gave him
Well,
his
he
birthday
has-
present.
he's
He's
still
like,
a kid.
mine. He got his birthday present. Mine. That's feels like him. He's like, I'm king of the world.
Yeah,
And
he's like
going nuts.
he's like a 7-year-old kid stuck in a 5-year-old man's body, somewhat.
Yeah.
And
Except Congress is what's making this possible right now.
well, I know he
Hitler may have had personal traits this way or that way, but the world let Hitler get that far. And I think the
I
world
agree.
is somewhat stopping Trump right now. The economics of it
Well,
are...
it's amazing. Trump hasn't invaded any. But what happens if
He
he's
wants to
started-
invade China.
he doesn't even want to go to.
I know, but
see
I
the
know. I mean, this
troops.
is a good thing that he's not invading.
No,
He's like,
I
what?
know.
How
He
He
scary
barely
would it
wants
be?
to visit the troops.
How scary would it be if he starts wanting to attack somebody?
No, we
I think
wanted
that's
him
what
to-
everybody's fear has been.
Well, he's got that warmonger and Bolton, so I'm not too sure about that. I mean, he kind of looks like Wilford Brimley if he had like extreme diet. I think that's what he can go into after he's in politics. Maybe gain some weight and be a Wilford Brimley impersonator.
His appointments have been deadly. He has made deadly appointments. The judges he has put in, the wall is not the least of it, but the program behind the wall is really...
Here's my thing. Fuck that wall shit. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. I don't care what anybody said. This has been an issue for forever. And like I said, the drugs are still going to come in. The immigrants who are coming in for asylum are going to do what they need to do. So they can build this 30-foot, 20, whatever. Well, I was like, wait a minute, 30 feet? I'm like, I could jump that.
30 feet.
Like, I was like, I'm thinking it's like some on some China, like the wall of China shit. He said, I think it was 30, maybe 300 feet, but it's still not a big number.
The Palestinians have offered him their wall that Israel put up around Palestine. They said,
The
you
one
want
that
a wall?
the one that they put the notes in and stuff like that. That one.
No, the wall that Israel built to isolate Palestine.
Oh, they should knock that
Real
down too.
wall.
Melania told me something about the wall.
Oh,
Why?
oh, we have a special guest,
yeah,
Madam
yeah.
First Lady.
No, don't worry about the wall. Because the only wall my Donald will ever build is the one between our separate bedrooms.
Oh, so you guys don't sleep together?
The best, I don't know. I can't say.
No disrespect, Madam.
We
Madam,
speak peacefully.
First Lady.
We speak peacefully against a wall. There's a wall right
Vaginal
there in between
wall.
us, and we sleep on one side and one on the other.
Oh, I see.
He stays up too late eating chicken. I can't.
And poop tweeting.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Too many
of it.
has to go to the bathroom too many times at night. I need my own room.
In your
Sleep
room.
sound.
I hear you. Yeah. So, what happened with that old makeup thing, First Lady? My ex-girlfriend now was interested in that. So, what happened with that?
I had my own makeup line. It was going to be the best makeup line in all of the world. And then, unfortunately, I had to take several people to task and sue them like a good Trumps.
And Donald always uses my lip balm.
Oh, yes.
The lip balm is something
That's
he's
hilarious.
famous for.
Freaking hilarious. So,
You have to see our tinted moisturizer.
yeah.
Same color as Trump.
Well, First Lady, if you ever want to be moisturized, you can always come to Harlem. Yeah, you'll definitely like once you go black, you never come back. Just saying, after divorce, Anyway, so phone call. Hello, you on the air?
How you doing?
Hello.
Hi, it's Lisa Harmon.
Hey, Lisa.
Wow.
What's up, bud?
I love.
Who is there? Hi, Aaron.
We
Love
got
you.
Joan. We got
Darling.
Ron Barba.
Hey,
we got
Lisa.
my best new friend, Melania Trump. And
Hello, I'm Lauren LoGiudice.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, how are you doing?
You guys nice and warm up there in the studio?
It's high in the low 80s, or is that my age?
well, I don't leave. I don't leave the house cold. So, you already know what I did before I came out
so
of
you
here.
get cold when you get out there. It's not nice out there now.
Shit. Like I said, I look like a freaking like fat black ninja. I came with all this black stuff, and people looking at me all weird and stuff because I have like the ski mask, but it's not a full ski mask. You can still see my eyeballs and my nose and shit. And people are staring at me. I'm like, what am I supposed to freeze to death? Like, fuck you. Like, no.
Didn't you have a skeleton
It would make
scarf?
everyone feel more comfortable if
Yeah, I
you removed
had
the
that.
ski
I had to
mask.
take that off.
Okay,
People were
would you
looking at me
please
like I
do
was
that for
fucking
us?
crazy. I am, but they don't need to know that.
Lisa, how was the Phoenix tonight? Did it rise? Where is tonight? Did you have an open mic tonight?
I did. My mic just ended, and I just wanted to call in to remind Aaron to let his listeners know about March 9th, right, Aaron?
8th, close enough. March 8th,
Oh,
Friday,
close,
March
March
8th.
8th.
The return of the Funny Underground Comedy Crew. Ron Barber is headlining.
Wow.
I got my main man, Louis Vasquez, hosting. We have Joe Cuomo and myself. And we also have Shelly Coleman coming in as
Oh,
you,
yay.
and Shelly, and you, Lisa.
And me.
Lisa,
Yeah.
Don't forget me.
And we don't know.
I'm
Like I
hilarious.
said, we have a whole bunch of special guests, and you're more than welcome to come as well. And
He's
as
pointing at me,
as
Lisa.
you. So, I don't know what your schedule is, Madam First Lady, but I would love for you to attend.
Oh, yeah. Melania Trump definitely has to come. She's
Oh,
married to the biggest joke in the country.
That I thought that was her husband.
I went to her open mic. She was very nice to me. I'm starting a career in
thank
stand-up
you.
comedy.
Maybe you could be a
Yes.
comedian.
I
You have lots of material.
I do stand-up,
Oh, you do.
and not just because I stand up.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did come to my mic. That's right. I
I
remember
did
you were
come.
here last time,
I
Melania.
was,
That's
I
right.
was.
That's
I
right.
was
You
your
did a great job. Everyone loved you.
It was so nice to me. Very good.
Very
Thank
good.
you so
Yeah.
much. No one grabbed me
All
by the
right.
pussy. Very safe environment.
Thank you.
All right
I'm
then.
going to run, okay, Aaron? I just wanted you to remember to remind everybody.
Yes, mother.
Love you, Lisa.
All right, Lisa. We hang out soon.
Love
I gotta come
Lisa.
to the mic one of these days and stop.
Yeah, you got to get over here.
I got a PS4. I'm warm. I got weed. I'll see you about
Ah,
it. Yeah.
At least
All
it's
right.
got Fridays. She fries at
also Fridays here.
Friday is going to be like 10 degrees, so you can kiss my black ass. I'm not going out there. But we'll see. Maybe next week when it's a little warmer. But
I'll
thanks
be
for calling
here.
in, Lisa.
I'll be here because I'm seriously devoted to the craft of stand-up.
Oh, so am I. From my warm
And I have
house.
thermal underwear, so I'll be
To
okay.
my cold, right? My cold hand.
But we'll talk to you soon, Lisa.
Lisa, good night.
All right,
darling.
good night, guys.
Good
Thanks
night,
for the
Lisa.
Good night,
chat.
sweetie.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
So, Super Bowl's coming up. I'm not watching it. Quite honestly, we all have an idea. I have an idea who's going to win. I know you are doing it because you're a fan of them. So,
Patriots. I mean, yeah, I love Tom. I love Belichick. They're killers. They're cheaters, but they're killers. They're all those years of just success and another one. And this is, I mean, I'm 48. This guy's what, 41, playing with 24-year-old guys that are fast and
all he has to do is point and throw the ball.
Oh, he's got a lot of blocking, but it's
he's got
incredible
a
they're still
great
there.
offensive line.
That's why he's still alive.
Pretty much. And
The
Eli
average
is
lifespan.
going.
Yeah, it's true. That's why he gets sacked. The average lifespan of NFL football players, I think, is 3 years, and he's
Yeah.
been there for 20 years.
And he was what, like a 6th rounder or
Is
something
that
like
the
that?
average lifespan for their brain or for their body?
If you have a good offensive line,
Yeah.
it-
I'm very offensive. All my lives
extremely
are
offensive. We'll talk about that later, but it's all right though. I have a problem. Aaron Smith can't lose, where everybody can be offensive. But like do the Rams even have a shot? Madam First Lady, will you be watching the Super Bowl?
Well, definitely not. I don't have time for that. I have to get to Pilates, and then I have to get a massage and a manicure and a pedicure. So I don't think I have time. And then I have to get my hair blown out for the week.
Because I know there was like one of those football teams that came by and the shutdown happened, and you guys had to have burgers and fries. Were you offering the guys salads or any stuff like that, something a little healthier? Like that? I don't know.
I offered whatever they wanted as long as they bent over to take it.
I see. A little frustrated there, huh, man, First Lady?
It's those vaginal walls that
I-
are between.
I like to appreciate natural gifts of the country.
All right, that'll work for me. But Joan, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up.
Joan started stand up. How old are you when you started stand up, Joan?
On my 75th birthday, I woke up and said, I think I can do this.
It's an amazing story.
Better late than that.
I mean, I was shtick when shtick wasn't cool.
Right.
But you get Joan, you get shtick. But
Started at 75
Yeah,
years old,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
And Louis
there's
C-
hope.
Louis
for all of us.
C.K., the only thing I ever listened to of his was said it takes 10 years to get a good stand-up routine. I'm like, I'm going to be 86. If I'm standing up, you know it's going to be good.
That could be hot. That could be a hot act, though.
Why not?
86-year-old, as funny as you are, that's real. I'd love to see it.
It's going to be.
Yeah, I have my own personal opinion on Louis C.K. That's for another
Ooh.
show.
CK,
Fuck that
the
guy.
CK is for cock killer because that's what he
Yeah.
did for his career.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he just shot himself in the dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Stupid moron. Anyway, like,
Did I quote Louis C.K.?
What a waste of white skin. Like really, like if I was in his position, like
And a ginger at that.
I'd just be in my house chilling. Like when we going to this comedy show, what 3 months? I'll be here, chilling.
All these guys are wondering, as it got bigger and bigger, of the skeletons in their closet. Is it going to be me? Is someone going to come out of me? And scared. And I wonder if there's still people wondering if that person's going to come out and come off after him. It's been a while since we heard a good story. Mm-hmm. Who's the last one? Spacey? I mean, that's old now.
Well, you kind of saw that coming.
No. The
a little
director,
bit.
the director from the Bohemian Rhapsody. He's the one that's under right now.
It's always something. Like I said,
It's got to be somebody every week.
it's going to happen.
A new show every week.
Eventually, it may be 3 or 5 years from now, but quote me on this show. It's going to happen, and I'm going to be like, whatever. I said I wouldn't touch most females with a 10-foot pole, but that's mostly in comedy, and that's also for another show. What are you guys doing next week? Because we're kind of running out of time. Is anybody available to come back in next week? Something like that? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Maybe.
Joan?
I'm teaching a class upstate.
Okay, but
Teaching what?
I'm teaching jewelry to the junior high school upstate.
But you can
You
always
are
you
so
can always call in.
fucking
I can give you the
adorable.
number.
I'm going to.
and we can definitely
I
do
would
that.
love
Ron,
to.
I would
I
like
know
to
you're
come.
down.
I would like to
okay?
come.
I just have to look at. I have to look at my paper calendar to see my chisel. I have to get out my
Your schedule,
slab
Madam
and my
First Lady?
chisel.
Yes.
Yes, I have to go see. I don't know.
Okay, you can
All the-
always
all
call
the-
in as well.
All of the African countries I have to go visit. I'm not sure where I have time. Okay.
Mandingos, right?
Dingoes are from Australia, no?
We'll talk about that after the show.
We're going to have an after show, guys.
Oh,
You're going to
most
wish you were here.
Most definitely.
We gotta
So
go out with a Trump rap.
yeah, we're
Right.
definitely
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
yeah,
So I've heard. So you said you're a rapper, and you
got a beat.
You got a little
It's part
song
of my
for us?
stand-up comedy routine. So I like to end my set, and Ron does very good beatbox.
This is good. Can you do it to
Ready?
this? Can you do it to this?
Can you turn that up a little bit? Thanks, Jairus. It's the First Lady rap, ladies and gentlemen.
5, 6, 7, 8. My blood diamond is just the minimum. Trump screws up and I'm still defending him. Melania, it's only human. Don't think I don't think of the apocalypse. Every 2 minutes, Trump is tweeting at your friends, the ones who wore pink hats and marched against him. I remember when he told me he had lots of Benjamins. I act like I don't hear him and give him little grin to begin. How you think I'm will gonna pretend that I didn't know that Putin called him again? Plus, when you marry for money, you just have to concede. If he cheated, then he's gonna do it again. My blood diamond is just the minimum. Trump screws up, but I'm still defending him. Melania is only human. Don't think I don't think of the apocalypse. It sits inside my head like a million Nazis marching. It's scary when the future looks so grim. Look at where we be soon. Oceans rise on our shores, bombs fall from Korea. Vote, my friends. Vote, my friends, in 2020 and get me out of that White House of shit. Woo-woo. Thank you. And I am Melania.
Melania Trump first rap. That was
Thank you,
hilarious.
thank you.
Hilarious. So we gotta get out of here.
Woo! Thanks
So,
for having us on, buddy.
Ron, where the good people catch you at? You got any shows coming up?
I do dinner theater every week at the Engine Room. It's on 45th and 8th. You can catch me there. And it's Ron Barba, RonBarba, if you want to friend me on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you.
Joan, where the good people catch you at?
I'm going to be at Lisa's Clubhouse,
Next week.
and the week after, and the week after.
Yeah, you're a regular there.
Trapped
so
in the
it's awesome.
open mic ghetto.
All right. Oh, most definitely. But it's a good time, though.
It
It's
is
very
the best place to
great,
be trapped.
great
Best place.
cornucopia of people.
Yep.
Lauren, LoGiudice.
LoGiudice. Best place to catch me is on Instagram at Lauren Logi. That's Logi. And anywhere else you want to catch me, I'm at Lauren Logi as well. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that. So, check out, if you're interested in Melania Trump, she's available for booking all over the world. Melania-Trumps.com.
Awesome. And you can always catch me here every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the FLO Empire Network. The Aaron Smith, IG and Twitter. That's the, I guess that's the name. I know my sister did that. And Facebook, Aaron L. Smith. I want to thank Ron, Joan, the First Lady, and Lauren. LoGiudice. I'm sorry. We're gonna pick.
LoGiudice. all
Yeah,
right?
just messing with you. It's all right. This is Aaron Smith. Can't lose. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I will see you next week.
Thank
Good
you.
night.